Okay, I started filming, if it will begin. Yep, I'm recording now. That thing's got some serious lights. Well, you want to see him. I don't want to be getting too close to him if he's coming our way. Because you got to keep your distance around equipment like this.
Yeah, big equipment.
Just like CDOT.
Yeah, let's see what side he goes to.
I don't know if he's going to turn.
Yeah, he's got the shovel down.
Yeah. I'm just going to plug my ear.
There's not room, you'll just go with him.
I know. This is neat. There probably is room, I'm not sure. That is cool. I mean, I've never seen one this close. I'm still recording.
Still filming?
It's still recording.
Wow. Pushing a lot of speed. Holy moly.
Wow. This is cool. First time getting to ride on one of these. That's a lot of snow. I'm still filming. Look at the tracks going. You see a track spinning? Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get back, because he's coming in hot. Wow!
Because my wife doesn't ski either.
This is so neat.
They're starting to add a lot of summer activities.
Oh, I know.
The Forest Service now allows them to have bicycle trails, and hiking trails, zip lines,
I
roller
moved out here
coasters.
over 25 years ago, and I thought I moved out here to ski.
And thanks for letting us come with you on the snow cut. We
Sure,
appreciate it. I mean, I've done some cool stuff, but this is the coolest.
Yeah, I'm going to get you all the way up to the top of 7.
Cool.
Just alter mine, but I have to go pick up 2 other rookie groomers that I'm meeting.
Alright.
We have about 4 or 5 new recruits who started with us here.
This is cool.
And out here in the dark, we cannot let them go out by themselves. So.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well they're
seems like a good
rookies.
plan.
Well, they're rookies. You can't let them go alone.
That's right.
Yeah. These steer
They're
by.
both in their 20s.
Yeah.
These steer.
That involves a lot of, hey, y'all watch this.
These
So
steer
there
this.
are hazards.
Yeah, there are hazards running these. Do you steer this by turning one track one way and one track the other way?
See,
Now, if you'll notice, I do everything with my hands. I'm steering with this hand over here.
So those 2 joysticks control your tracks,
right?
and
this little
that
joystick
controls-
does 21 different things.
Whoa!
Yeah.
See, I can turn the blade, raise
and then
it,
move the
lower it, I can swing the tiller, I can raise it, lower it.
the tiller's on the back, right?
Yep.
And it's got like the little groomer set, the little like
Chopping
tubes.
it.
Yeah, the chopper.
Chopping it up to make it soft.
This is fantastic.
This is nice. This is a really nice machine. And I'm still filming.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had no idea what to expect with
We didn't know.
You see them on the mountains sometimes early in the morning, late at night.
You enjoying this, Dad?
I love this
Well,
area.
we
This is
move about
awesome.
1,500 acres a night.
Wow.
Wow.
I can see where you've been when you were coming to get us. Your groom marks.
That's what we call the yellow brick road. So
Or the white brick road.
it's a white brick road, really.
Yeah.
This is,
Oh, this is neat.
I work full time for my own business in the summer, but this is a hobby job for me.
this is great.
I wouldn't blame you for
What's
loving plowing
what's
tills.
the day job in the
I have my own equipment. I do excavating small projects.
Yeah.
I've been self-employed for 30-some years.
Nice.
I'm the oldest of all the groomers,
Yeah.
age-wise. I'm 70.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time to be on a mountain.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun. Keeps you young.
Yeah. So, you guys are only allowed to groom at night?
Yes.
I can see
the first 4 years I worked here, I did day shift, and then they decided the risk was too much, and they eliminated all day shift grooming.
That kind of makes sense.
I can see why. Whoa.
If somebody skis into this machine while you're out grooming,
You're
it
dosed.
really seriously hurt.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter whose fault it is. They ski
and
into
it
the
happens,
machine.
you know.
It does.
Yeah. How fast are we going right now?
About 6 or 7 miles an hour, that's all.
It looks like we're going way faster than that.
I figure
Those tracks are spinning.
They ski into trees that stand still.
Yeah.
They're going to gravitate.
Copy that, I'm on my way up.
Is that the rookie calling you?
Yep.
What's that rope for? That little rope thing?
This?
No, that stick.
This is my spotlight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you know, tonight's a beautifully clear night, but I'll tell you, some nights when that wind's blowing and it's snowing, even after years of grooming, I can get lost up here. You can't see anything.
The only thing I was just glad you didn't do when you came to pick us up is you didn't blow the siren. That would have scared me.
Do you still have a siren on this thing?
Oh, we have a horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you did that, I turned my recorder off. I've got an action cam strapped to the side of my head right now. Are you guys supposed to have the flashes on when you're running up the mountain?
Not at night. We don't want to disturb the people in these hotels and stuff.
True.
Well, some of them get annoyed by our backup alarm.
Really?
Well, I mean, the back.
Especially down by the base of H.
Well, then they can ski bumps.
Yeah, we can't back up.
My God.
So we have to make big loops all the time.
Wow.
So Harry, these things that we're going up,
Yeah.
your brother and I like to jump off them when we're coming
I just
down.
felt that one we just climbed up. Oh man, this thing is.
See, the machine doesn't even slow down when you're going up.
This thing's like a bloody tank. That's pretty much what it is.
And if you got out, you wouldn't even be able to stand on that pitch. It's so slippery.
No, I could feel as we were coming up.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's traffic.
What type of engine do you have in this thing? What type of engine's under the hood?
So it does take a while to get to know the mountain.
Yeah.
And the grooming patterns, a run like what we call the whaling station, it's a natural run. There's no man-made snow on it.
This is fun.
So we may not groom that every night, but we definitely do after fresh snow
Yes.
to help build the base up. We're on man-made snow here along with natural, so it's a little thicker and it allows us to, use our blade to smooth it out.
Gotcha.
So you guys have snowmakers.
Pardon me?
We have snowmakers up here.
Yeah, they're actually over on P10 right now.
Ooh.
And they're
that what
almost finished because the whole mountain is going to be open tomorrow.
Nice.
So you're gonna drop us up here and pick up the other guys?
No. Well, he won't make us walk down the mountain.
Oh.
No, I'll drop you right off where I picked you
Is
up.
that a snowmaker pole that big?
No, they're telling me there's a hydrant there.
Oh, okay.
It's just, it's like a sewer lid.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
And we don't want to hit that.
Yeah.
There's the other snow
So now I'm going
cats.
to raise the tiller.
Okay.
So it's out of the snow. I'm going to make a turn.
Yeah, there's our snow cat buddies. Heading back to
These fellas are going to join me. I'm going to drop my tiller.
Yeah.
Okay, drop your tiller, drop your blade.
As soon as it hits the snow, it automatically starts spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, sensor.
So it knows. And Harry, do you see what we're doing? See
Yeah.
how smooth and corduroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really comes out pretty when there's some fresh snow.
Oh yeah.
So is it all we're gonna do
It
is
was
just?
warm today. It was 40.
Yeah.
Probably a pretty good volume of people.
Yeah. We didn't wear a coat all day.
So you're just gonna drop us at the
I'll
bottom
tell
of the
you,
mountain?
The day before, or 2 days ago, it was 6 degrees for the high.
Yeah.
It was so cold. I live here and it's too cold when it's 6 degrees.
Yeah, we're down in Castle Rock. He did that to us
Oh,
too.
okay.
Got to about 15 degrees
Yeah,
those
my
days.
brother
It
lived
was
in Castle
cold.
Pine for several years.
That's actually where we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly where we
Yeah,
live.
he lived there for a few years on a horse property, and then he moved to Port Collins.
Yep, there's the snow clearing buddies behind you.
Yeah. Boy, Fort Collins is Castle Pines North is
Oh, that's a pretty area. Really nice.
Lots of good places to live in this state. Are you from here originally?
No, I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Well, I'm from Detroit. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I lived in Cleveland for 54 years. I figured that's long enough.
Yeah.
And I've been out here for 15.
Yeah.
But I love it out here.
You know, you wake up in the Midwest and you're like, oh look, it's November. The sun went down. I can't do another one. I was commuting to downtown Detroit every day, and I just said it's got to stop.
I'm not getting a nice pass, so I'm not sure I gotta make some adjustments
That's
here.
okay. Look at
The
that.
snow is definitely harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes the engine
Feel
work.
the tiller back there vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
If it's way through the snow.
It's vibrating the whole machine.
Harry, look at that. We're going downhill.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. You getting a good view?
Oh, this is bumpy.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, you can hear the blade squeak. That's a lot of hydraulics to look after.
Everything on this is hydraulic. Even the motors that drive the tracks, it's all hydraulic.
Really?
Yeah.
They have a newer generation of machines coming out. We're going to get a demo maybe in February.
Yeah.
But it's the new where it has electric motors.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So they're going into that technology now.
Electric instead. Is this diesel?
Instead of the diesel,
Yeah.
it'll have a motor to run it, but then electricity makes its own electricity and run
Yep.
electric motors.
Nice.
Just like how big diesel locomotives work.
it's
Exact
so
same
amazing.
technology.
And of course, it's going to raise the cost of these things.
Yeah.
This machine probably cost about $250,000.
Holy
So
Jesus.
I wonder what you save in diesel fuel by.
Well, it's going to be significant,
Yeah.
for sure. And they say they run at a much lower RPM and have unbelievable torque.
Huh.
So we're kind of excited about seeing the
Yeah.
demo. This particular machine was made in Germany.
Yeah.
The other ones that we have are made in Canada.
Yeah.
So we have two different types out on the mountain.
Who makes the machines?
This is made by Kasselhoff in Germany.
Okay.
And the Prenoff is made by a company in Canada. I think
Gotcha.
this is Prenoff Incorporated.
Yeah.
Hey, Odie, you out there?
These.
You got it.
I mean, even just the blade, the way the wings can come in and out.
I'm going over peak 7. Do some work at that.
What I'm trying to do is, there's at the bottom of the blade is kind of like teeth.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to scratch the surface a little bit
Soften it up.
without digging in too much.
Yeah.
Right. It's an art.
If I roll the snow, that's the best, but it's hard to do it when it's
Yeah, but it's just hard.
you're going up and down and around and around. If you grab too much, you make a hole and then you gotta fill it.
So is this like mowing the lawn? You go up and down?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Only snow.
It's a really big lawn.
Yeah, we have a grooming pattern that we have to do. We do
Yeah.
certain parts of the mountain. Our assignment tonight is basically peak 7.
Yeah.
Someone else is working peak 8.
Okay.
There might be 1 or 2 people on peak 6. Some going to be on peak 9. So as the resort opens all the mountains, we groom all parts of all the mountains.
How many machines do you have when they're all running?
Right now we have about 36. And of course there's machines that just are set up to shuttle food up to the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And like they have the
Called
trailers.
The restaurant cats.
Yeah.
Do you guys
We
have?
other ones that have just forklifts on it.
Whoa.
There's some that have winches.
Yeah.
Wow.
That help pull them up real steep pitches.
Do you guys have a super cat up here? One with like a giant cab on the back?
Yep.
Wow.
And of course they're much more technical to run, so you have to have, those people are well trained.
Oh yeah, you need training.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm enjoying
What we
this.
do, we call this a free cat. We're trying to just get the runs ready for tomorrow's guests
Yep.
by smoothing it out. And we have maintenance to do where we fill the voids, the depressions that start to form where they don't get to go through the lift line.
Sure.
It's all part of what we do. And believe it or not, the public can really move the snow around a lot.
That's what I've heard.
watched it, so
Would not believe.
I've watched some of them. I've skied behind some of them.
Yeah, there's your buddy behind us.
Yeah. Look at that hair.
This
We're
is
going to do
awesome.
another up and down on that. Then we're going to head up a little higher.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
You
still.
start to get you get really beautiful views of the city from up high.
Oh yeah. I can
Yeah,
imagine.
I really appreciate you guys letting me come out and ride in one of these. It's really appreciative. This is fun.
Yeah, on a clear night, I bet you can.
So we're trying to fill the gap here.
Man.
A
Here,
little
you
bit of
see how
snow
those
goes
wings
on the
come out?
patio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Careful,
a
don't
heated
hit the-
patio, so it'll melt.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I don't, we get a little bit of a rut there
Yeah.
that people can step in and twist their ankle.
Oh,
Don't want any of that.
what's the horsepower on this thing?
About 350 horsepower turbo diesel.
Holy crap! This thing's got some ponies under the
It's
hood.
actually a Mercedes-Benz motor.
Really?
Okay. That makes sense coming out of Germany.
No
We're
kidding.
getting Detroit diesel. So Harry watches, he goes by, you can see the back end.
Yeah, you can see it rotate.
Turn it down.
Yep.
Yeah. That looks just like a Zamboni.
It's pretty much it's a Zamboni on
It
steroids.
is. It's
Oh, I'm just glad this image stabilization's helping.
So you live up here full all year round.
This is fun.
And all summer long, these machines, they take the tracks off.
Yeah.
Because if they leave the tracks on the rubber belts that hold the tracks together,
Yeah.
Wear down.
deteriorate faster.
Oh, okay.
So they take all the tracks off, and then you go up to the vehicle shop, and they're just sitting outside all summer
Just
long.
haul up on cinder blocks.
And then, late summer, they start putting the tracks back on.
Do they?
That
do
seems
they ever
kinda-
put wheels on them in the?
I was just about to ask that. That
I
seems.
didn't know if it was the kind of thing you could take them up the roads or.
No,
You know, if I build snowcats, I'm gonna build them so it's basically all purpose. Instead of it having, so you can take the tracks off and then it just runs on the
well,
wheels.
they do have those now. You've seen those machines that you ride around in, like a 4-person machine,
Yeah.
ATV.
Yeah.
Well,
But
we have one here that you take tires off and you put mini tracks on.
I love those.
I have
Driving all over the
Yeah.
mine with that.
Yeah.
on my farm sim game at home. I've got a
back $14,000.
Yeah, no, I've seen them. I've seen them.
And they're really popular.
yeah, on my farm sim game I play at home. I've got a little Can-Am that has. I've got 2 Can-Am mods, one with wheels and one with the tracks. I use it to just get from field to field, back and forth, or from the vehicle shop.
There's a place. I was way out in the back country dirt biking, and we came upon one of those little trucks. It was a Suburban. The guy took the wheels off and put 4 tracks on. Never seen anything like it.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if it's a recreation style.
There's a lot to do here in the summer.
And I thought the winter was the big draw up here.
Yeah.
Actually, we get more people up here in the summer.
Good. They get all the people who don't like golf. My wife's from Texas. She doesn't like golf.
Texans don't like.
Resort is the most visited ski resort in the United States.
Really?
I can see you got.
The only one that ever beats us occasionally is Vail.
Yeah.
I can see
Most
you.
of the time we have more visitors in Vail.
I can see that.
It's about almost 1,700,000 a year.
You know, it's a great town.
Yeah, and that's the draw, of course.
You know, Vail.
Many ski resorts all out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Vail has the little village, but this has, you know, there's
Dad,
still.
can you move
there's
your arm,
still
please?
town- Oh, I'm sorry.
I was trying to see the snow cap behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I really like. It's coming up here. I've got a friend who's got a place in town. Every once in a while, we come stay with her. It's a good place.
Yeah. I can see you got one heck of a fancy radio. How it changes colors. That's cool.
Yeah.
These snowcats. There's a lot of neat stuff.
That's the fan turning on because the motor's getting hot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was
It'll
just.
shut off after it cools it down a little bit.
It's got to cool it down pretty quick. You know, it's 34 outside.
Oh boy, going uphill again.
You got it, Aaron?
I'm good.
That's why you got your seatbelt on.
Yeah, and I'm just tilting my head, but I'm tilting my head forward so I can keep the camera level.
Yeah.
Thank God for image stabilization on this thing.
That's right.
This
You getting it all?
Yep, I shut it off and restarted a second ago because I was coming on 10 minutes.
Yeah. Just keep shorter movies.
Well, I'm going to clip it all together eventually on iMovie and just slap it all on YouTube.
Gotcha.
But unfortunately, the day after tomorrow is the shortest day of the year.
Yeah.
Really?
By springtime, the last couple of weeks that we're grooming, it's sunny out until 8 o'clock in the
I love
evening.
that.
What's that red light under your hand near the 2 little joysticks?
Probably. Is that just a sensor over there on your left joystick there?
Left joystick.
That, he was asking about the red light on your left hand there. Just
Left
It's
joystick.
telling me that the tiller's on and that the track speed is set.
Gotcha.
Oh, so it's kind of like track speed's kind of like cruise
See,
control.
I can control this track speed right here, see?
Oh.
If I want to go quicker, I can do that.
Whoa!
So that's what that dial does. And I only have to set that for what I want it to go.
Yep, and it's cruise control.
What does your right joystick do again? Is it
That's all the blades.
blade and left, right? Can you tilt the entire blade like
Yeah, and of course I've got all the lights, the windshield wipers, the automatic
lights,
lift,
winch wipers, and then you got the
forward
massive
tilt, reverse
freaking tiller?
Holy cow.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to it all.
Yeah.
This machine's pretty much like a Zamboni on steroids.
How long do you have to train before you get to go out and
Believe it or not, we take a rookie out probably 3 or 4 nights with someone he rides along. Then we let him drive while we ride along.
And you just monitor how he does.
But after a week, they're driving the car.
Good.
So it takes only a week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to talk to my DOT buddies about
And then
that.
it takes a while to learn how to set the machine right.
Yeah.
To look in the mirror and see what kind of pattern you're leaving.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see in the mirrors because you got
See
the.
if you're not paying attention to it, making a big hole.
Yeah, here's your other cat buddy coming up.
Appropriately named.
Yeah, that is a bigger.
Whoa!
Holding on here.
I'm holding. Whoa!
Look at that.
What are you doing?
We're in a holding pattern.
Waiting for your buddy?
I leave my bright lights on. It kind of
Yeah.
ruins his night vision, so
It's kind of
I try
like.
to turn the lights off.
Kind of reminds me of model trains. It's known as Rule 17 lighting. When you set that, the lights dim on the engine so you don't blind the drivers.
That's right.
Just, So we're in a holding pattern with your buddy behind us, and we're waiting for him.
Yeah.
So these two running these 2 cats with us, they're rookies.
Yep, for sure.
Wow.
Follow along.
Just follow the main guy.
Yeah. We still filming here?
It's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the camera I'm using with this is.
You start to see how much you can see the time.
Oh yeah.
See it, Harry?
Yeah, I can kind of see
As
it.
we get into the busy week, you can almost see a line of headlights coming from Briscoe that doesn't end for hours.
So I usually don't come up at Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
As I was driving up this afternoon, we pulled into town. It felt like it was Christmas time.
Oh yeah, there's no shortage.
There's your buddy.
Yeah.
What are those two gauges for on your right?
Here, why don't you hand me your camera and I'll film what's going on over there.
I've got it.
Okay.
Ooh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Wow.
Yeah, the town itself. I live in town. I live on Airport Road.
Okay.
The actual residents, people who live here year-round,
Yeah.
and vote for the stuff.
Yeah.
Breckenridge.
Fort Myers
It's only 3,300.
Independent Super J.
But if you include all the second homeowners,
Peak
it's
8
more
base.
like 20,000.
Yep.
Peak
and then
7.
The seasonals on top of that.
Peak 7.
Get 50, 60
Follow
seasonals.
Not quite that much. The whole county, all of the surroundings, Frisco, Dillon, Silverthorne, Keystone, the actual residents are under 30,000.
Yeah.
There's your
That
bells.
many people here
Yeah.
work on the weekends.
Oh, oops. got this too close to the camera and it was starting to do that.
Yeah. Do you ski?
I do, not much.
Yeah. Get a few days.
My knees, I don't have that much confidence in my knees.
Yeah.
And last time I skied at Keystone, I was going down a pitch like this one, and when you get to the toe where you level off, my legs just fold and I end up sitting on the tail of my skis. And I said, this is not how I want to be going down the mountain.
That might be a sign.
So I just rolled over, let everything go every which way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, at my age, that hurts. It takes a while to get over that.
Yeah. How much fuel does one of these hold when it's got a full tank of gas?
The full tank gas is about, this machine has 2 tanks, holds about 65 gallons.
I thought it would be like in the triple digits.
Yeah, and I use almost all of that every shift. Every
Wow.
cat goes through more than 50 gallons a night.
Wow. So you start at 5 and then you just go through to 8.
Yeah, we clock in at 4, so our shift is from 4 to 12:30 a.m.
Okay.
And then Graves starts at 12:30 and works until 9 o'clock.
So this giant box up in the front with all the hoses in it, that's just for like all the
That's where
hydraulics.
all the connections are.
So you've
All the
got
magic happens.
for the wings and up, down,
That's
and
exactly when we
till.
close the rings.
Ooh, this is fun.
Gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here.
Frosting.
Yeah,
Don't
you're,
want to be making a hole.
no, we don't need a hole. Is the worst thing to happen up here to get a bare spot? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
we're going to see some, unfortunately. We get on the natural runs, and we're going to hit a few stones and rocks.
Yeah.
We minimize that as much as we can.
This is
We'll
really
try to
fun.
cover some if I can actually see it, but sometimes you just don't see it, but the tiller will hop up in the air.
and you'll be like, what did I just hit?
And ski patrols out there, they look for stuff, they mark it with bamboo,
Yep.
so skiers don't hit it.
So, ski patrol comes out, they make sure no one's on the mountain, and then they give you guys the go-ahead to bring the cats out.
Right. We're out here, the snowmaking people, the lift maintenance, that's why you see a lot of snowmobiles running around.
Yeah.
We saw lift maintenance a bit as we were coming down. We saw them shut the lift off and then turn it back on.
And because it's the national forest, people can come out without a ticket and go skiing. They can actually hike up the mountain and ski down.
Yeah.
A lot of people prefer to do that.
At $100 a day.
Yeah. It kind of makes us a little miffed because they ski right on our corduroy.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we can do about it. And if somebody were to come down and put a bunch of ski tracks on it, we're not out there to go back and regroup it. We don't have that kind of time.
But they'll come up at night and do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Night with headlamps or full
Yeah,
moon?
headlamps, they'll have dogs with them. The dogs will have blinking red collars on.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, everybody.
part of me that says that sounds like fun, another part says it's tiring.
And I mean, it's all night long. You can be up at the top at 3 o'clock in the morning, because I did work Graves a couple times.
Yeah.
And there'd be people hiking up there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Holy cow.
So, maybe they work days or work nights or something. I don't know.
So we're just
it's the park. It's the forest, and people are allowed to go in the forest.
Yeah.
so we're just gonna keep going up and down the mountain.
Yep.
All right.
They're called skinners because they put
The climbing skis.
kind of a belt as a
Yeah.
traction on
Fun.
your skis.
Oh, I've done them before.
Oh, have you? Okay,
It's
I've never
tiring.
done it.
Not in the middle of the night. I've done a little
This is
Trying to
so
go
much
backcountry.
fun.
on the telemark skis.
It's more than you can go up here on snowshoes. Some people do snowshoes, but not very many. It's mostly skinners. Because then they can ski down.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, they take them off and roll them up. So
I'm just trying to see the guy out
I've come to this point where I'm okay buying a lift ticket.
It is getting pricey though.
Yeah. Well, if I don't buy a pass, I don't.
I can't turn around.
$30
Oh, I got some at the back.
So I get the one of the local
Yeah,
passes.
the local.
Yeah.
I tell you, when I first came out here in 2003, it was only $320 for a pass.
Yeah. No, I remember.
And now it's still at $600 or $700. It's still a real bargain compared to, you have 11 resorts to ski from.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
pick one.
Here at Keystone and A Basin, and I'm going to A Basin next week.
Yeah.
What are these hoses on the windshield wiper?
This is part of the ungroomed now. We're starting on another run.
Okay, Harrison. Let's see where we're going now.
Yeah. What are these hoses on the wipers?
I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's a restaurant tray. People use them for sleds.
Yep, I did that in college. Now, is that washer fluid in the hoses?
Yeah, I was
No,
wondering.
that's actually antifreeze.
Oh,
To keep it from being icy.
Oh, yeah.
How many gallons of antifreeze does one of these things
I have no
use?
idea.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you
Probably
knew.
20.
Yeah, and I can see in the reflection on your display over there.
Yeah.
Oh my, is that like to measure your groom? How much?
Everything. There's 2 panels over here.
See, these right here are the window heaters.
Yeah.
You see, so it'll melt. It'll actually keep the snow and ice off the mirrors.
How's that?
Yeah, right now whenever I get up, I'm just trying.
The windshield wipers.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to be careful where I'm grabbing this handle so I don't accidentally open the door.
Well, that's why you have your seatbelt on so you don't roll out.
Yeah, and hit the
I
track.
do not have windshield washers.
And this one's not heated.
Yeah, it's got the heater.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's got the
the
hoses.
front one. Oh,
This is
okay.
a nice snowcat. This thing is.
Yeah.
When I first started working, they didn't have
This
that
thing's a
on
beauty.
all the older machines.
Yeah.
And you'd end up with a little porthole and you're trying to look through to see where you're going.
Buffing it out with your glove.
Every 5 minutes, just like, oh, can't see, buff it out.
So we're coming up to what we call the Monte Cristo pitch.
Yep.
And I groom this pitch all the time.
Grooming bill behind us?
Yeah.
And it was pretty small. Last year they widened it and cut down the pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
It was one of the spots on the mountain where most people got injured, believe it or not.
Because it was
They weren't expecting it. Yeah, I mean, these are blue lines over here. And you get to this
big
pitch, all of a
climb.
sudden,
Yeah.
people were just backing up.
Yeah. Well, what I find when I do ski down this section is I can see the green skiers who are coming down the blues to go home scraping it off.
Yeah.
And it gets noisy.
So when we turn back around at the top, you're gonna flip your lights off again, so those guys don't get blinded.
Yeah. See, there's the pitch right there.
Yeah.
And it's much wider. It's almost twice as wide as it used to be.
I think that is so cool how you can use that stick to move your spotlight.
I've seen it below my skis before. With a good head of steam, you can get a little bit of air off.
See,
that.
right here, if you look over the side, we're at about 10 feet of snow right here.
Wow.
There's actually a creek and a bridge underneath us.
Really?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
It's like an old flat car from a train.
Yeah.
That's what they use as a bridge to get over
That's
these
great.
creeks.
That's an idea.
Harry, when we're up here in the summer, we'll come see the flat
And
car
it's
bridge.
about 10 feet down.
Yeah.
There's one of the snowmakers.
So when
Dad, did you see the snowmaker?
I did, just blows. There's
Look at that. Just
I would come up
oof.
here in the summer with my dog just so I could see what these runs look like in the summertime.
Yeah.
Look at all the snow you're pulling up with a blade. It's just boof.
I gotta get it up the hill because everybody skis it down the hill.
We're trying to push it back up.
Yeah.
How fast have you ever driven one of these? Top speed. Fast. Well, how fast have you ever gone in one of these?
It'll go a little quicker. I don't, if you go too fast, it doesn't do what you want it to do.
Right. It's kind of the same rule of thumb with my ATV. I don't.
I guess it could go maybe 10.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like a bulldozer.
well, I know. I'm just saying when you have all the snow grooming equipment lifting, you're just driving.
Harry, it's like a D10 for the mountain.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Dad, you need to.
If you do that, though, the snow gets thrown out every which way by the tracks.
It's just not
We
where you
call
want
them
it.
crumbs. We don't
Yeah.
like to leave crumbs up.
Dad, you need to look up the
We like to
Caterpillar.
leave it nice and pretty.
Yeah.
Dad, you gotta look up the Caterpillar ad for the D6N dozer. It's like a whole rap video.
Look at that. You got a sunroof in case it gets hot.
Yeah.
That's for spring.
You don't need that too much in the dark, though.
No.
No.
That's a daytime special.
Yeah.
When I was on days, we used to open it a lot though.
Yeah.
See, I would start at 5 a.m. and we would go to that restaurant at the base of 7 or the 7s and eat our lunch, go out and groom until 1 o'clock.
Really?
And then clock out at 1:30.
That's great.
So it was a nice shift, but
even on closed runs, they don't let you groom during the day anymore.
well, we had a couple that we had to put a ribbon across.
Yeah.
But still, people go underneath that.
Yeah.
So you're coming up the pitch in a pack of 4, and all of a sudden somebody comes over the breakover, and it's history. So I think they decided the risk is too great.
This is what you should do. Get on your CV and yell, "Hit your horns, buddies!" and then just blare all your horns at once.
Harry, look at this one we're going.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh.
This is still the Red Monte Cristo.
Yep.
This snowcat, this thing is a freaking beast.
There's not a lot of fresh here, so it takes us a little bit of work to get it to look good.
Yeah, I can hear your little the groomer on the back humming, just humming right along.
We've had some decent snow, not a ton, but enough help from Mother Nature. I got a foot at the house the other day down in Castle. Yeah, I've had over 2.5.
It's a snowmaker.
Yeah, for some reason, because I lived in Boulder for 2.5 years before I moved up here.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they could get
There's a
snow up
big
here.
one.
You know, nothing up here and a big dump down
Yeah,
there.
so when your brother was in Castle Pines, did he complain about how much it snowed?
Yeah, because he spent 40 years in Florida, so he's not a cold weather bird.
You see that?
I do.
When he retired, he had a daughter that lived out here in Highland Ranch.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, and I was totally blown away. You know, he lived there in Florida since 1966.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we're moving to Colorado.
You're what? Did you forget?
So it's nice. He's up in, like I said, in Fort Collins now, and he enjoys it.
I've got some friends who live up in Fort Collins. They've been there for 20 years, and they just love it.
Have you guys
Very,
ever?
very nice community.
It is.
One of the fastest growing too.
I know, that whole corridor, all the way up to Cheyenne.
Whoa! Oh, turn the flashers on.
I'm telling my crew to switch sides.
Does that tell your team to switch?
That's how I tell them.
Is that your blinker that you had on?
Yeah. You getting good footage here?
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna splice all this together.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna use up my entire SD card because I currently have 486 minutes left.
Oh yeah, you'll probably use up battery before you use it.
Well, I still got a full battery on the camera.
Oh good. It's all excellent here.
Yeah. I'm just trying whenever I put my feet up not to hit that extinguisher. I don't want to.
I know skiing over on this side where the snow's usually a little bit fluffier.
Yeah. But see, I got washed on the edges here, right there.
Yeah,
There's no snow.
I see it. Yeah.
And if I continue to go over that, all you do is make the snow dirty.
Yeah.
And then it melts even quicker.
Yeah. Because black melts.
There's not enough snow to really cover it, so you
Yeah.
just got to kind of go around it for now.
We're just waiting for a little Mother Nature.
Have you guys ever had a rookie smash into one of the snowmaking machines on the mountain?
Because this week is the end of snowmaking. Some of the snowmakers actually come in and become groomers.
Oh, okay.
They do double shift. In early season, they make the snow, and then when they're done making snow, they come to groom.
Yeah.
So there's probably 6 or 8 of them that come to work as groomers.
Well, it turns out my battery lasts a lot longer than I expected. I'm still sitting at full battery.
Good here. And then they
What's this up here?
full-time people who live here.
Yeah,
This is just the winter.
there's probably 7 or 8 who actually work for the resort all summer and winter.
Hey, Dad, what time is it?
I have no idea. Look on your.
I can't.
I'm just see those little rocks peeking their head out all the time.
Watch out.
You hear the ping when the tiller hits it.
Yeah, I'll listen for that. Just bing.
So Harry, if you go down that side, get to the other side where we just were.
That's the Zendo lift to Peak 6.
Yep.
Yeah, it's closed.
Peak 6 is right down that way.
Okay.
So you guys just your assignment tonight's Peak 7?
You know, our grooming package tonight is Peak 7.
One peak at a night.
And then someone else will do Peak 6. You know, they've been busy over on 10 because they were making snow, so I believe it opened today.
Good. So you said the whole mountain opens?
The whole mountain is now open.
Good.
And there's probably, you probably should have more snow up high, but some people just don't care. They want to get up there.
Yeah.
They don't mind skating around a few boulders and rocks, stumps.
They got the old skis out. The rock skis.
They come out with their rock skis.
Yeah.
I am just so amazed at the horsepower of this thing. I mean, it just trucks right up this hill.
It's just got torque. It goes here.
Torque, horsepower.
It's got it all.
There's some serious ponies under that hood. And I thought my
look at that.
And I thought my Unimog had horsepower.
Right
Yep,
there.
that's a big one. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't hear the ping of the tiller.
Oh, that's all right.
No, there was a big rock over there. Here.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't hear it as we ran over the little ones. I didn't hear the
Well,
bing.
that's okay. It's probably best for the tiller.
And even going this slow, see if you notice they have these orange things on their seatbelts.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't like to wear seatbelts.
Yeah.
Even going this slow, if you hit a rock and stop like that, it catapults you forward. It hits the windshield, and the windshield's busted.
But when you're 20, you don't realize that.
That's true.
And it's not so much. You can get another groomer. The windshield's expensive.
$2,000.
Look, just overall, just wear your seatbelt. I mean, it's not worth breaking your face.
So that's why they have the fluorescent strips on there.
So when the supervisor's
I
out, he
can
can
see that they have their seatbelt on. Now, in my early first or second year, I hit that rock right there.
Oh wow!
That's
a
about
big
the size
rock.
of a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
That's a big sucker.
See how it's heading under the snow?
Yeah.
So if you're a rookie, you think that's just a little hump in the snow?
And then-
We'll smooth that right out.
That'll work. That snowcat will track right over it.
And
Oh
people
wait.
ski right over the top of it.
Oh wait, that's a
I
rock.
can see where it got scraped.
This is probably what it.
Somebody's ACLs with that.
This is probably what it's like. The guy's probably new rookie's coming down. He's like, oh, that's just a little patch of snow. I'll just go over that. Oh wait, that's a rock.
Yeah.
So that's my job as the lead, to keep them out of trouble.
You're basically the lead of the. You're basically the lead of the pack.
I'm just this crew. I have a boss who's over us.
Yeah.
Tells us what we're going to do.
It is.
Somebody actually grabbed a rake and raked out that whole maze. Raked out all the humps and bumps. Unbelievable. They better get a gold star.
What are they saying?
That's my boss right there.
What was he saying?
He was saying that somebody, one of the lifties, took one of the aluminum brakes and did a beautiful job of making the maze look pretty.
What maze?
So,
Is there like a?
see, a lot of times
It's old school.
after the ruts get too bad in
Yep.
the maze, they'll take all the ropes away, then we go in and smooth back out again.
Yeah. So the maze area is when you're
Zigzag
skiing.
back and forth.
You know how you go like in the line at Disney World or something, or you're waiting at the
The
movies?
slalom kind of
same, No, it's the same. Just when you're waiting for the lift at the bottom, sometimes it gets so crowded they have to put ropes out, like you're at the airport, like you're at DIA.
Do you guys have is there a slalom on this mountain? Slalom course?
Yeah, there is racing on this mountain.
Is there also a snow park?
There is a terrain park.
Do you
A
guys
little
use?
bit of everything.
Do you guys use the snowcats to move pieces of the terrain park?
If you ride Chair 5, you go right over the top of it.
Yeah, I was actually, the way I got all intrigued about this big snowcat equipment, I watched Mighty Machines on Netflix. I saw the At the Ski Hill episode, and I'm like, that's it. I gotta get a ride in a snowcat.
Well, they just had the Dew Tour last weekend.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's very early in December.
It
Now,
is.
remember, we don't start making snow until the third week of October.
It's a crapshoot.
They
It
build,
really is.
that snow pipe is all snow.
Yeah.
It's 600 feet long.
So every night they just turn it on.
They make this huge pile,
Yeah.
and they get it, and then they cut the center out of it. That's how they start to build it.
There's a half
So
pipe
And they
here,
do it
right?
in 4 days.
Wow.
Dad?
That's amazing. Yes.
Same
There's a
man
half
has
pipe
been
here,
doing it
right?
For 14 years.
Yep, that's what he was just talking about. He
The
said,
half pipe.
yeah, the half pipe. They start by turning the snow guns on in October, make a giant pile, and they cut it in half right up the middle, and then they start shaping it.
Do you guys have one of the pipe dragging tools that you clip on the front?
They call it a zog.
It was called a pipe dragon on the Mighty Machines
It's
episode I
actually
watched.
mounted on a snowcat also.
I
It's all
just-
hydraulic.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
probably guessing we can't.
And is it just
Yep, it's got
Yeah.
the exact shape that they want.
like it?
Yeah,
Just the attachment is about $100,000.
Holy cow.
yeah. I was gonna ask, but I'm probably guessing we wouldn't be able to go down to the shop and look at that.
Yeah.
Probably, I was guessing.
We've got some bad spots.
Yeah, that
And
is.
Rough
I just-
spots.
I don't want to catch the blade on a rock.
Wow, your buddies are doing
This is
it.
a natural one.
Yep. I can see that. I can see all that brown over there. Yep.
It's dirt.
Yep.
Your buddy that's
See
running,
some dirt right up in front of us.
the buddy that's right behind us, he doesn't got his blade down.
No, because there's so much, it's thin in your hair.
Yeah.
So you don't want to scrape it off. You want to leave it.
Yeah.
If there were more snow, we could scrape it and cover it.
Yeah.
See, when I tried to scrape it, you
See it through, but way back.
We just go slow over it. We can actually turn these tillers on and off, slow them down, make them go shallower or deeper.
Okay.
So pretty much everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's all by these buttons and stuff.
And is that what these gauges tell you kind of where it is?
This is telling me my down pressure.
Okay.
That's my cutter bar depth.
Yeah.
There's a rock. That's my tiller speed.
Yeah.
How fast is the tiller going right now?
8.
It's going about 8. That's my Snowtronics. That's the ability to follow the terrain.
Oh, wow.
So it basically just lets the blade float.
Here, you see those little trees?
Yeah.
They aren't really so little.
Yeah. So,
There's a blade all
And
the
then,
way out.
you know, right over there, there's snow that's probably 2 feet deep.
Yeah. Like, move over.
Yeah.
Move the wind in the other direction.
so,
So when we get the whole mountain open, and the rookies are able to start, doing some of the grooming, I can say continue the path.
Yeah.
I can take some of that snow and bring it over here.
Oh, I
Which we
get
call
it.
maintenance, and
Yeah.
then join back with them. But see, initially we can't do that with
Can't
the
let
rookies.
them off the leash just
Yeah,
yet.
it's just too early.
Yeah.
so what's speed 8 on the tiller? Like, what's the RPMs?
I really don't know.
I didn't know if it said on one of these.
It's fast. I
Yeah.
know that because
Yeah, don't get you don't want your hand sucked in there.
it's spinning, like a rototiller does
Yeah.
the dirt.
Yeah, or a Roto Miller. Well, this is pretty much
Yeah, it's like you're tilling the soil.
this is
only you're tilling the
Snow.
Yeah,
snow.
it's
so
Nothing but a
not
big
bad.
pipe with a bunch of teeth welded on.
yeah. This is pretty much a bulldozer and a rototiller in one. On tracks. No, it's a tank, a bulldozer, and a rototiller. That's pretty much what this thing is.
Well, we don't have any armament, so I wouldn't call it a tank.
Well, it looks like a tank with the tracks.
Millimeter to the top.
Well, it looks like a tank with the tracks.
Well, yeah. So Harry will go up and around. We're getting closer to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we turn around
We're
at the
going all
top.
the way up
you
to
can
the
see.
Independence on the top of 7.
Yeah.
So did you have to come down all the way from the top of 7 to get us?
Yeah, the longest run on the mountain is 4 o'clock, which if you take it from up by where Chair 6 exits by the Imperial,
Yeah, I know where you
and
are.
you ski it all the way down to where it meets South Park,
Yep.
it's 3.5 miles.
Really? I've never done that. I think I'm gonna do that.
I never
when
have
we're
either.
up there.
All I know
And
is
it's a
they're a
cruiser
lot
all
longer
the
than the
way.
ones in Ohio.
Yes, they are. Yeah, so I was 18 when I learned to ski at Mount
Oh gosh,
Brighton
I
in
was
Brighton,
26.
Michigan. Yeah.
Well, Mount Brighton is one of the resorts that Breck owns.
I know, they bought it.
Yeah. So your pass is good there as well.
I know. I'll never use it there.
Is
If I'm
that right?
flying home, I'm not going to. There's a whopping 250 vertical feet at that
Uh-huh.
joint. Yeah.
Well, in Cleveland we had
There's your
Brandywine
buddy.
Ski Center with 187 vertical feet.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great place, and we used to go late night skiing.
Uh-huh.
On the weekends they run it 24
Oh yeah.
hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was a ski patroller in Ohio. I learned to be a ski patroller.
Sure.
My plan was to come out here and do ski patrol
Yep.
and then do construction in the summer.
Yeah.
But they basically, there's no volunteer patrollers out here. They're all paid staff.
Yeah, it's all
They
paid
basically want
professionals.
you a minimum of an EMT
Yeah.
or a paramedic.
Yep.
And I said, I don't want to do that much
It
medical.
has been that way for as long as I can remember.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I had some friends who they moved out to Snowmaking. That's where they decided to do their deal. And the age of said they wanted to do ski patrol.
Here's your snow kid, buddy. Oh,
Oh, look, that's why you're wearing your seatbelt.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, heading back down, and then we'll go back to the bottom, do another run back up.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's just Harry.
Up
It's
and
like
down.
this for 8 hours.
Up and down, up and
Yeah.
down.
Not 8, it's actually more like 6.5.
There's your buddy.
We
Yeah.
do break.
Don't
for
forget to
lunch.
turn your lights off for this guy so you don't blind him.
Now he's going up around the corner.
Okay, I was
Our
just...
shift is actually 8.5 hours long because
Yeah.
we do have a half-hour break.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, it goes, I tell you though, it goes fast. It really
Yeah.
does.
So is the spotlight that bar controls up on the roof?
Yep.
Yeah, it's right up here, right up on the
Right above you.
You'll see it.
Wow.
Look over the edge.
Dad, feel how dense the foam is on the roof of this sucker.
Take a look over.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Dad, press your hand against
Oh,
the
I know.
roof. That's dense.
That's so when you bounce, your head doesn't hurt.
Ugh. I'm probably guessing these things have good suspension.
There's not really any suspension.
Yeah.
The tracks.
Those tracks flex a tiny bit.
Well, that's how you can feel all those rocks and stuff when you go over.
Well, yeah, I can feel it right now.
Kerchunk.
Yeah, I'm just waiting till we level back out because this is hurting.
You feel like you're hanging out over the shovel?
It almost feels like that. I think it's so cool how all the flexibility and movement of this blade, it's bizarre.
It's amazing.
Well, the steepest runs that I groom, and I don't know how familiar with the mountain, but have you gone down Shock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I mean, I pucker when I go down that one.
The only thing that keeps it from going into a T-kettle.
Because you can certainly keep the tracks moving.
Yeah.
But if you don't keep them moving and you start to slide, you really start to pick up steam fast.
Well, here's what you
like
do.
Locking your brakes.
Here's what you do if you start picking up speed. Take that joystick and bam that blade into the snow as hard as you freaking can.
Gotta get the tracks moving, otherwise you're out of control.
Yeah.
And this machine weighs about 8 tons.
Whoa!
Holy cow.
I thought they weighed more close to 12.
Yeah, once you get the cannonball going here, there's no stopping.
I mean, if you bam that, here's what you do: you bang the blade and the tiller into the snow, and
That's how I feel like when I'm going down the bump runs.
Here's what you do. Here's the best way to solve it: slam the blade and the tiller to the ground and throw it into reverse full throttle.
Then you go boom, boom, boom. Yeah, no, you just want to keep your.
You're right, though. I've had to jam the blade to the ground a couple times.
Have you ever?
The worst fear is when you start sliding and you're going towards the trees.
Yeah.
Oh!
Because once you get tangled up in the trees, you got to call for help. They actually have to pull you out with a winch.
Do these have
It's very, very messy.
Yeah.
Do these have winches on them?
Not this one. We have 2 with. We actually have 4 with winches.
Like a rescue cat.
Yeah, but they use it to on real steep pitches. You can't push enough snow up. So
you can't keep your torque up, and you can't get your.
Nice.
Is there like a D hook on the front of this that it hooks onto?
Yeah, it hooks on, and then there's places on the mountain you'll see little reflectors.
Yeah.
And that's an anchor set in concrete.
Okay.
And they can hook onto that, and then they can pull that table.
Nice.
It helps them pull it up real steep pitches.
What's the steepest you've ever been up?
Shock.
How steep
and
is Shock?
Spruce is another one.
How steep Shock?
Spruce is a very, very steep run.
Well, Harry's seen the steepness of some of the ones we've been on.
Yeah.
Steeper. It's like you're going down the
You
face.
literally are standing on this footrest.
It's like a roller coaster.
It is.
I can tell that your guys' hydraulics on these things take quite a beating.
Yeah, every now and then, as the season progresses, these hoses get leaks. You'll get a call, somebody's leaking hydro, and as soon as you get too low, the alarm goes off in these things. You got to shut it down. Yeah, see, there's a rock that we're hitting. You can see how brown it is right there?
See that, Harry?
See, there's not enough snow here to cover
That brown to the right?
Yeah.
And we're actually doing it a disservice by going over it.
Yeah. Because you're thinning it out more.
Yeah. But
I don't think we're going to stay out here for 8
I think we get more
hours.
snow later this week. I don't know how much.
we need a couple of good cumulative days where you get
602.
2 feet plus.
Yeah.
It's 6:02.
Because a foot of snow packs it down to less than an inch.
Yeah,
When you knock the air out of it.
the good news is it's light and fluffy. The bad news is it's an inch.
This whole run right here is all natural. There's no man-made on this run.
This is, it seems like it's been pretty good. I mean, for early December. So.
Yes, it is. Last year was the same way. We had about 8 feet of snow in November.
Yeah.
A good amount in December. And then we got to January and it was nothing.
Yeah.
We had like 30 inches the whole month of January.
I know, it stopped.
What happened to the snow machine?
Yeah.
And then, you can get 50-degree days here in February.
Yeah. And that's
It's,
bad. It gets all slushy at the bottom.
The glass is over.
Yeah.
And so we just go slower. We can actually go really slow, set that tiller deep, and literally pulverize that crust,
Yep.
and then put a finish group on it.
Oh, nice.
So, but it takes a lot of time to do that.
That is why people come here. They come for the well-maintained mountain an awful lot.
You guys really just know what you're doing.
And some people wish that we didn't groom as much. They would like to have more powder, but there's many runs that we do not groom at all.
Yeah. I like a powder stash.
Whoa.
And personally, at my age, I'm a groomed run skier. I don't do trees. I don't do terrain marks.
Exactly.
Is that reflector right there one of the concrete anchors?
That's just on the rope.
Oh. That rope's just to keep him from going into the trees.
That's all it's saying.
Yeah, no skiing outside that rope.
Yeah, because one, you get hurt, and two, that's just
That's
stupid.
not until it's buried in the snow.
Yeah, there's, most people ski most days, but they do try to minimize some areas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new growth saplings in there they want to get mature. So they just rope it off and say, let's stay out of there this season.
Replacing all that beetle kill.
Yeah, fortunately the beetle kill wasn't too bad because these are mostly spruce trees.
Yeah.
But it did decimate, Briscoe, all the places that were lower.
Yeah.
It was pretty ugly.
We still haven't had too many really cold winters.
And now, the past several weeks, they've been burning. There's a digger right there, Sid.
Oh yeah, you see that here?
Try not to dig
Digger in the snow.
That's where you dug in by accident,
That's
huh?
called the digger.
Did you push the blade in too far? Yeah, I noticed I got...
Their blade going down that lane.
Notice I lost one tick on the battery monitor.
That's okay.
What?
You're doing great.
I'm still coming on.
Yeah.
I've been filming for the last 35 minutes.
Good.
I'm just gonna cram all the information, all the data that I've got on here right now onto the iMovie, let it process for 3 hours, and then cram it onto
You need
YouTube.
to stop it and start it so you have it in smaller chunks.
Yeah, you got to edit it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, did you want to start it again?
It's starting. I restarted it.
Yeah.
That was a lot there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to see if the tiller hops. If the tiller doesn't hop, then it means it's pretty well buried.
Yeah.
You feel it in the tracks.
And you can also feel it along the frame rails. Just boing!
Those are pretty amazing traps.
Yeah, they're about 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
They look.
I saw you coming down the mountain. I was like, I can't remember how big it is until you pulled up. Man, it's a big machine.
Yeah, it's a big machine.
Yeah.
And of course, the one rule I made sure to keep in mind when climbing into this sucker was 3 points contact, because you don't want to slip.
Yeah, my seat is actually not heated like your car's.
What do you do?
And I see it's springy.
Yeah,
Dad, can you move
it's got
your
an
arm?
air cushion to it. I can pump it up so I'm sitting on an air cushion.
Michael, can you move your arm?
They're really,
Take a
really
shot.
comfortable.
Yeah, it looks like a truck driver's seat.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
much so.
only a little more modernized with all the joysticks and bells and whistles and.
You see, he's got suspension in the seat.
Yeah, I've got that in my big quad track on Farm Sim. When I'm going over and through ruts in the fields.
Yeah.
I hit a rut once so bad. Oh my gosh, it did not feel good.
You see over there the light.
Yeah, what is that?
Service spot. Street
You gotta turn
lights.
this up every now and then to see if everybody's looking.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Otherwise, there's a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
We do have, regular radio, and
Yeah.
you can plug your MP3 players into it.
And that's CB.
Because later in the season,
Is this a band?
I will actually go out and groom a package of runs by myself.
Yeah.
And that's when it's very enjoyable. Just kind of
turn
sit
on the
back,
tunes.
enjoy the music, and groom.
I love that. It's a road trip every night.
That's why I said it's not a bad job at all.
Yeah. Nobody's really bothering you. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, they let you be.
And I own my own equipment. I've owned it for over 30 years. I just love operating equipment. That's
Yeah.
why I love doing this.
Site prep or big construction, whatever.
No, small.
Small.
Actually, my business is called Small Digs.
Oh, okay.
I have a mini excavator and I have a motor backhoe. They're both Kubotas.
Why do you have your arm up there?
Compact
Hold it.
diesel.
Yeah.
I've got a HD 3500 diesel pickup truck with a
Yeah.
dump box on it.
Okay.
But I'm ready to say, okay, it's time to sell.
Yeah. But then what are you
I'm
gonna
already
do?
70. How much longer are you going to do this?
But you gotta find something to do.
But I like working. It's not bad.
I wouldn't blame you for loving big toys. Wouldn't blame you. I love big machines too.
There is some kid in town who's ready to buy your stuff. Then you can just work for him when you feel it.
Oh man. I just love big equipment.
Yeah.
Just love.
I just trade these cats in about every 5-6 years. Once they get me about 5-6 years old, or
Yeah.
over 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what they do with them. I'm sure some small resorts buy them used. But when I went to a meeting of lot of the smaller resorts last spring.
Yeah.
It's actually part of Colorado Ski Country USA.
Yeah.
You know, Eldora has one snow camp. Well, they lease it.
Yeah.
Some other might have 2 or 3.
I bet you there's
big
some.
resorts. You know, Vail has more than we do. They got about 49 or so.
They're. Well, yeah, I guess you're all part of Vail now. But, yeah.
All part of Vail Resorts.
But yeah, there's a lot of the Eldoras, the Ski Coopers, the Monarchs.
And how many employees would you guess are just here in Breckenridge? Just Breckenridge.
Winter.
Winter.
I'm gonna shoot over the top.
Echo, can you get 5 check?
800.
2,300.
300.
There's 800 just in ski
Wait,
school.
4 o'clock.
Holy cow.
How many are there on the
ski school?
How many are on the grooming squad with these fellas?
About 50 or so.
It's an elite force.
The grooming squad.
Yes.
Yeah, ski school is by far the biggest department.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys
They
seen?
generate a lot of money.
Oh,
So when his little brother learned to ski, we went up to we were at the Winter Park, and it was one of those deals. 3 lessons, and then you get
We're gonna start swinging.
three lessons, and you get your season pass. And it was this girl from Australia who was in for the winter. And he had a bad crush, and he learned to snowboard fast.
Isaac had a crush on somebody.
Yeah.
Was it the ski instructor?
It was a ski instructor.
Well, I have a niece who has children who are, you know, elementary and high school age.
Yeah.
And they've been out here, I think, 5 years now.
Right.
And I have coupons. All of us employees get coupons to give to friends that give you half off.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of them that I get that are free ski pass.
Yeah.
And she said, even with that, the ski school is too expensive.
It is.
So they went to Loveland.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like for $40, you get a lesson. Over here, it's like 100 something.
I've got relatives. One of my cousins I grew up with. She and her family live in the Roaring Fork Valley, and she and her husband both get some small job at the ski co, just so the kids can ski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, and they're in high school and they ski and they compete.
You know, everybody says, oh, well, it's so expensive, but you know, what does a person pay to play around the golf?
Yeah.
If you run a golf cart.
Exactly.
Or to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
What is the daily cost?
Oh, Disney World makes this look like budget.
It's all in line with it. Their business model is very much after Disney.
Oh yeah.
Everything is about the guest experience. We want our guests to enjoy their stay.
It so is.
We call it the experience of a lifetime.
Yes.
So you guys called.
And if you come out here once or twice in your lifetime, it really is.
Well, that's what I had to explain to his brother. I was like, you do know that when we just drive up for the day, there are people who fly in from all over the world to come where we're going. He said, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So this is a slow zone we're going through for the skiers.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You don't want everybody to get out of control in here.
Have you ever heard over the radio someone smacked into one of the snowmakers?
No, we try not to do that.
That's good.
Tears them right out.
It happens.
No, I don't mean with the snowcats. Have you heard stories like a skier hits
It's people, unfortunately.
Ugh, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, you know, when you're going 30 miles an hour and somebody's standing and you hit them, that guy's going to get really, really hurt. So you got to be careful.
Yeah.
And you know, you've heard of the skier's code.
Yeah.
You're supposed to ski in control at all times. Well, not everybody
How
does.
are we defining control for some of these folks?
Yeah, one person's control is another person's out of control.
You know, I grew up not wearing a helmet for anything. Helmets and skiing are good together.
I wear a helmet. Well, as a ski patroller, you had to.
Well, yeah.
And then I was more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I have taken a couple of falls where I've turned around and fell downhill backwards and hit my head.
The back of your
And
head.
I'm so glad I had that helmet on. I had a sore neck even with the helmet on.
I have used the back of my helmet in just that fashion.
Oh, yeah. Especially in the Midwest, those runs can be so
icy.
hard.
Yeah.
It's this ground up ice.
Yep. That's if they get a cat on it.
Okay, you know what makes absolutely no sense? Is how these things can slide down the hill even though you've got that freaking massive track with the big cleats.
You know, some of them are super steep, dude.
Well, yeah, and this is a 8-ton machine.
It is. Big.
It's a big fella.
Yeah. Coming down to the village.
Again.
So on the next uppass, we'll go all the way up to the top.
Okay.
All right.
The lower part is a lot fatter, so we get some extra passes down.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't really mind how many times we go up and down this mountain. As long as we get to ride one of these beasts.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this thing's cool.
Look at that.
I
Next
love
week,
it.
all these people will be out here in the hot tubs and stuff.
Well, it was pretty busy when
Yeah,
we were
this
wandering
is a very nice facility. It really is.
It is. Yeah, when we walked through and before anything was done, you know, I ended up coming up on one of those weekend, come see it. I never fall for it. Next thing you know, I own a timeshare. You know, and about 6 months later, it was done.
Yeah.
And, you know, we stay here my wife will stay here a day there. But we're going to use our full week.
Well, you know, I understand that these timeshares now, because I have a lady friend who lives here in Summit Cove.
Yeah.
She does the timeshares, and when we still
That
lived
is
in
so
Ohio, we came out and
neat. You
stayed
can turn
at,
around on the
Grand Timber
dime.
Lodge.
Yeah.
And then she can go
There's
to
your buddy.
Acapulco or Cancun. You can trade them out.
That's exactly.
And that's what makes them really, really nice.
Yeah, when we went down to, see family, we stay in a hotel nearby and trade out time as opposed to staying in the house.
Yeah.
It's easier.
So we're waiting for your other buddy?
Yeah, you see him? He's on his way down.
Yeah. You guys, they just need a little time to get acclimated.
Yeah, I could see the guy that just drove past us. He was like, who the heck is that wearing the reflective jacket? Yeah, I just decided to wear this. One, it's a nice it's a nice thick coat, and two, I just want to be. Yeah, I just wanted to be. I wanted to be visible. One, mainly for safety.
Over the years, we go visit Colorado Department of Transportation. We go to Castle Rock a few
Yeah.
times, and they outfitted them in reflective gear this time.
I've got the jacket, vest, shirt, reflective leggings, helmet, jacket.
I think our internship will be next year.
Yeah. Just like what the guy told us. The guy said he'll put me on the fast track.
That's right.
Let me know if it starts getting a little too warm in here. I can turn these heaters
It's getting
down.
a little hot. I'm getting
Do you need to unzip your jacket? Or
I think I might.
turn the camera off? Do you want me to hold up the phone?
Hold the controller. Don't touch the button.
I won't touch it.
I don't think I can.
Nice looking product here.
I don't think I can.
Takes a little bit of work, but
I'd ski it.
All right, controller, please. Thank you. I don't want it turning off.
Why don't you put that down at your feet if you can?
Oh, it's hard to lean forwards with this belt on. But I mean, safety's number one here, right?
You've seen the hills we've gone down. You'll just wear that belt.
This is fun.
This is fantastic.
This definitely. This I
Should've
don't.
been seeing the Star Wars movie.
No kidding. This totally beats Star
if I
Wars.
see that snow rolling, it tells me that I've got the blade in a good spot, or it's just skimming.
The sweet
Just
spot.
pushing it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of smoothing it out as well.
I can see
And it makes the work of the tiller more efficient.
So you get it rolling, so it's only about half or 3/4 of the way up.
And for the rookies, that's really hard to get the routine. See, I don't even have to think about what I want to do with my fingers. My mind is thinking I want the blade to go that way, and it just doesn't.
How long have you been grooming for?
This is my 8th year.
Wow.
Harry, this could all be yours.
I'd be a little nervous getting behind the controls of one of these.
You don't want to drive at night? It should be easier than driving the car. There's not much traffic.
You know, and even after 8 years, and I groomed Peak 7. When I was on days, that's all I did was Peak 7.
Oh, wow.
And so I know Peak 7 really well.
Yeah.
It can be snowing so hard. If you can't find, like, the reflector over there for where that hydrant is, vertigo takes over. You have no idea which way you're going.
Yeah. Find yourself, even just this little blowing. See how it's blowing a little bit there, Harry?
Yeah,
when
coming
it starts
on.
blowing a lot, you can't see out the windshield.
So if it's totally white at the window, you just stop.
Yeah.
Because you can't see where you're going.
Yeah.
Safety.
It's like driving down I-70.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another glance out the back window.
What do you see?
Snowcat buddies.
Yeah.
There are snowcat guys following us, and the tiller.
Yeah.
Well, the hydraulics for the tiller.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Feel it powering up.
Yeah, I can feel the power of this thing. This is awesome. It's very shaky. Well, I guess there's no suspension on this thing.
So redoing construction in Cleveland and decided they needed to move dirt here?
I've been in construction over 35 years.
Yeah.
Company.
We've got a...
I just, I lived there. I was born there, raised there. Was married, have 2 grown daughters, grandkids. And in the 70s, when I first got married, my wife and I came out here. I wanted to move out here.
Yeah.
And
there goes the fan again.
Didn't want to hear anything like that.
No, people don't leave the Midwest. Why would you leave? It's perfectly fine here.
So I ended up, raising my family there. In 1998, after 27 years, my wife and I decided to separate.
Yeah.
And within 2 years, I was out here.
Yeah. You might as well.
So now, what did you want to say?
But, and I still go back and see my children and grandchildren.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got good speaking terms with my former wife. She's remarried, married a wonderful man.
Yeah.
So,
Still in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Good for them.
She's the only person, her parents owned a sign company.
Yeah.
And I worked there from 1975 to 1985.
Yeah.
And then I left. I just decided I was general manager. My former father-in-law kind of micromanaged it over the telephone. And even though I was general manager, I said, I can't do this. But my former wife started there when she was 18.
Yeah.
She's now 65 years old.
Yeah.
Has never had any other job.
She's not allowed to have another job.
But sadly, she has no ownership of that company.
Really?
Her mother and father owned it, both passed away.
Yeah.
Mother ended up selling it, and I was flabbergasted that my wife got nothing out of that.
That's a sad story.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons I left.
That's
the handwriting for me was on the wall.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
And I never called her on it.
Yeah.
When her dad passed away at 68.
Yeah.
And I no longer worked there when he passed away. And then for about 3 years, the mother tried to be the manager of it because the president went to the wife. And she just didn't have the temperament or the experience. So she arranged for the accountants to have someone else buy it.
Yeah.
And,
without talking to any of the kids.
Yeah. So, but my former wife continued working there.
Yeah.
So,
good for the new owners.
Yeah. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey Brian, jump over to the left-hand side. We're not down the path on this part. Pay attention to what's going on.
Pay attention.
So, how long ago did you guys start grooming for tonight?
pardon me?
How long ago did the grooming start for tonight?
We can't come out until after 5 o'clock.
Ah.
Yeah, the mountain closes at 4. The ski patrol has to do what we call a sweep.
Of the mountain.
Make sure everybody's off the mountain.
Before you...
Then we come out at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, before the cats come to life.
Wrong button.
Yep. Oops.
Yeah, it's dark.
You don't want everything off.
I want my crew to switch sides.
Yeah, Dad, if you would text me your information,
Yeah, because
your video information if possible.
it can be a little tricky on the edges here.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to see one tip over to the right.
See, if we get a windy day, you can get a like they call a cornice over that edge.
And it looks like there's more than
If you get too close to it, you'll slip off the side.
Yeah.
And you're in the trees.
Yeah, then you gotta call the boss.
And that's, we try not to do that.
And then you gotta call Winch.
They frown on that.
Yeah, once you flip over, like, get Winch Cat, I need him. It's like 10-4, need Winch Cat down at peak, edge of peak 7. Like,
the most routine stuff is that, something breaks on the machine.
Yeah.
and then it can't drive
You
it.
have to actually just leave it here, call ski patrol, put bamboo or rope around it. And then the next swing shift, when we start, we'll actually tow the broken cat off the mountain. It takes 2 cats to do it.
Really?
One in front, one behind.
Yeah.
Why does it take 2?
It's like bringing a sit ski down the hill.
Yeah.
Why does it take 2 to do it?
To
Because
control it.
when it doesn't run, everything stops on it. Nothing works.
Yeah.
The tracks don't, there's no neutral?
Nope.
So basically, you got one cat just going,
Dragging
One's
it.
pulling it, one's holding it.
yeah, one's trying to hold on.
And they actually take it all the way into the shop that way.
Oh.
I've never had to do that.
That doesn't sound like a lot
That's
of
for
fun.
the men who have been here
Many
25
years.
plus years. And we have quite a few of those.
It comes with a certain kind of technique and surliness.
Yeah, to be towing another 8-ton snowcat behind you, and then have another one to look after behind that.
There you see that snowmobile turn?
Yeah. Just keep turning. You're gonna hit that right there.
What's your hobby? Hey Robbie, I'm gonna go over here on the side. I'll pick up that browsers. You stay on the pattern.
Yeah, I got my hand in the way. Yeah, there. So
This is nothing more than the tiller having a hard time processing the snow on the side hill.
Were you
I'm
just
just gonna put a double broom on it.
Just because it's on this angle, it's got a double fold.
were you just radioing the other guys to continue on the regular path we're taking?
Right over there.
Yep.
He's going down the right side. Coming up
Don't
this way.
don't hit the pole. Don't hit the pole.
See, there's another big rock right there. See the
Yeah, I
big
can
room?
see that. Harry, see that?
Eventually-
Get that rock on film.
I'll get that bruiser. Oh yeah, that'll shatter the teeth on the tiller.
Yeah, it'll eventually get covered.
Yeah.
You can probably see
Yeah,
this a little.
yeah,
Yeah, you see a
It's
little
there.
on the
Check my
backside.
report.
yeah. That'll shatter
You
the
see the backside of it.
that'll shatter the teeth of the tiller. All right.
That'll stop you in a hurry.
It'll just be like, what was that?
It's a grinder.
Yeah, you'll just be like, growing the slope, and then, and you're like, what the heck was that?
Wow.
This is so cool.
When we have the opportunity, and sometimes we'll actually have them lap over half of the gas.
When you're picking up this last
We'll actually double broom the whole run.
Oh, wow.
And surprisingly, how much nicer comes out when you double broom.
Yeah.
So then how long do you want to stay out there
1.5 to
till?
2 inches of soft snow. And when you go over the second time, it comes out really, really nice.
That's excellent. Now, how tall are these trees?
And on half a battery.
Those little saplings,
Yeah.
they're probably about 18 inches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not very big.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we keep rototilling them over, and they
Yeah.
don't get much has to go much bigger.
Only the hardy survive.
Yeah. When we first start in October, when we get the first couple snows,
Yeah.
we don't till, but we'll drive over the snow with our tracks.
Yep.
We call it track packing.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is create little holes where the new snow can get caught.
Yeah.
And so all those little trees are everywhere. And once we drive through them, they're all broken
gone.
over.
Just
So
gone.
they have a hard life.
Yes, they do.
So you'll drive over and it'll just be like, gone. You're
You
not
don't
surviving.
want them sprouting up in the middle of the. You don't want them sprouting in the middle of the trail, Harry.
But they're,
Yeah.
they're resilient. They keep
Yeah.
coming back. Sure, because all these other trees here, these are 40, 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
It
Well,
takes them a long time to get that big.
that's how you know they're. That's how you know they're indigenous. You run them over, they come back.
And every now and then, the wind blows some of them down.
Yeah.
It catches them the right way. You have to try to push them off to the side so people don't ski it.
Yeah.
What's that light at the top of the hill?
That's another cat coming down.
And he's actually up there on the high country.
Oh, okay.
That's a winch. And I know it's a winch because the flasher's going.
So is he pulling?
I see.
Yeah, see, he's doing some of the steeper parts of the run.
Oh, gotcha.
Is he pulling somebody? Is he pulling someone up the hill?
He's
No,
pulling
he pulls
himself
himself
up the
up
hill.
the hill.
Oh, we gonna go past him?
No,
Then
we're gonna go to the top of our section and then go back
No,
down.
the turret of that actually spins around,
Yeah.
so he can hook onto a spot up there,
Oh,
back down the hill, and then help the winch help pull him up the hill. while he's
Nice.
pushing snow.
so do they all have a turret that spins?
Yeah, they all go
Okay.
around.
What do you think about that?
that's insane. Yeah, once
I
my
tell you, that's a lot of work, because when it's a lot of deep new snow, you
Yeah.
got to get out of the cat, get that hook, pull it out, find the cable up there in the snow,
Oh, man.
hook onto it.
It makes you want to wear waders.
Well,
Hook onto it, trudge back.
Yeah.
This is pretty much what you gotta do. Get the cable out, find it, trudge back to the cat, get back in, hit the
I'll
winch.
show you one of the pics. I'll show you how they find it at nighttime. There's none on this run because this is all natural.
Yeah.
I got about half a battery.
Okay. Film.
before.
Still cutting it into chunks.
It's really a complicated procedure.
Yeah,
Much more so than I ever thought it was.
Seems like you
Keeping
just push
the
the snow
mountain
right
shape.
a little.
Yeah, keeping the mountain in shape.
Yeah, there's an art to this that I never had any idea.
Oh, there's our buddy.
Yeah. See him back there?
Yeah. If I can see him on camera. It's not really picking him up too well. You done record?
Yeah, my battery went down, I think.
Yours is dead already.
Well, I don't know if it's dead, but you know, I'm not quite the filmer like you are.
I got
Just
half
a little footage.
I got half a battery.
Yeah. How long is that clip?
This clip's running on 13 minutes. The last clip was 30.
Yeah. We should do 10s. What do you think?
I still got lots of storage space on the card on this sucker.
Oh no, I'm not worried about storage space.
I'm gonna wanna.
You got more storage space than we have time. Look at that hair. Right up there.
There goes the fan again.
Yeah, well, it's working hard. It's working hard. There's not you don't have air running over it. You got to force the air over it. Just like the radiator in the car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See how this is going? Holding on. Now we're doing a slalom course in the trees.
Just don't entangle the blade with a tree.
Nah, he's a pro. Yeah. Should we go up there?
I don't know if the cat would climb that.
I think this can climb just about anything. Look at it.
Can this thing climb a wall?
With a winch.
Yeah.
See how it's getting the edges?
Yeah.
Boy, it sure looks nice.
No kidding. Slalom.
Yeah.
Slalom with the snow cat.
See, one of the things we have to be careful of is we cannot leave anything that could make us, the guests, trip and fall.
Yeah.
Windrows, excessive crumbs, a step that they could lose their balance on. And that's one of the hardest things for the rookies to learn. See, I'm zigzagging around all these trees.
Yep.
And I'm going as slow so I don't leave browser marks as I turn. And I'm swinging the tiller at the same time. It's actually following me around the tree. And then when I get to this side, I have to swing it the other way so I don't get browsers over there. And
So can the whole...
He's got to be responsible for yourself. You should probably look where you're going.
So can the whole tiller on the back of this machine swing? Like move left and right?
Yeah, it swings back and forth, but at my will.
Good lord! What else does this machine need? A built-in coffee maker?
Coffee and a popcorn machine. You get all good.
Coffee maker and a mini oven.
That's right.
No. Mini fridge and a coffee maker.
Yeah, see,
Perfect.
I
Bring
can
your
see
cold
both
lunch.
corners in my mirrors.
Yeah.
You can't.
I can see this one with that fisheye mirror, whatever they call it.
See, as I need to, I can make that tiller go to the left and the right. And again, see, I'm doing it with all these buttons. There's buttons down here. There's buttons, 2 rows of buttons here.
Good God.
And of course, the joystick itself actually makes the blade turn. See,
So you want to hire 20-year-old kids because they have video games. It's like
Pretty
the,
much.
It's like the Air Force and the drones.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm going to put the tiller in float so it follows me.
Yeah.
I'm not steering it. It just
It's
follows
just
me like
dragging
a
along
trailer.
like a tree. Yeah.
And so I'm now going to get all this snow back up to between those trees and the fence.
Okay, I'm probably guessing any minute my camera's gonna start beeping at me that its battery's dead.
There you got great footage of the guys right there.
Well, it's still got 2 ticks left on the battery.
See how the skiers push the snow to the side?
Dude.
Yeah, as they go back and
Up
forth.
here it's a little bit dish-shaped. See?
Yeah, so drop it in,
So what
try
I'm
and
going
drop
to
it
do
in the
is
middle.
have my guy,
See how you open the gate?
I'm going to move it open. And I'm going to try to get that little low spot filled
Yeah.
by taking it away from the fence. As the season progresses, we'll no longer see that fence.
Yeah.
We're going to put bamboo on top of it so we know where it is. But see, now the next cat will till that out right where it's at in that dish area.
Okay.
That's part of some of the maintenance that we do.
Yeah.
You're the-
It's a lot
It
of
is
fun.
fun.
You're just the lucky one. You get the float seat.
Harry, you could do this.
This is cool.
And I'm the lead, so I get to go where I want.
Right. The
I go
rookie's
here
just
because I said
Yeah,
so.
It's like-
I want to go over here now.
Yeah, it's like
when we start getting deeper snow, we start going through some of the tree runs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blast. It's like you're floating.
And just
Yeah, because the tracks are, the snow is so soft, it's coming over the blade. You don't look on the side here, you don't see your tracks at all. It's a blast.
that footage you're doing, could you send that to me?
oh, I'll send you all my footage.
Send me all the footage. I'll cram it all into one video. This will probably get a lot of views.
There's lots to see.
Man, no kidding.
So we're getting close to the top here. You see up there? You see there's a lift right there?
Yeah, and I just saw a headlight.
Yeah.
Must have been another
These
cat.
are all these are one of the runs that take you over to peak 6.
Yep.
That's definitely
It's fun stuff.
yeah, some wild areas
Caution,
up there.
unmarked obstacles. It's a good thing you put the sign up that says caution, unmarked obstacles.
That's right. They should put that on every lift ticket too.
Oops. Push the wrong button.
Yeah.
What'd you accidentally push?
Push the wrong button. Lift your butt chill on where you want to.
Oops.
See that hair? It's way up.
Oh yeah, yeah, you accidentally did hit the wrong trigger.
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to swing it uphill like that.
Oops. Well, even if you're an 8-year pro, we make mistakes.
That's right. See how we're scraping off to the right?
Yeah. There's the lift again, the super chair.
Next summer, they are planning to spend $10 million to move the ski patrol hut up here.
Really?
Why
To
do
the
you,
other side,
Yeah.
and put a restaurant up here.
why do you have to spend that much on a restaurant and a ski patrol move?
Because you can get people to eat there. So Harry, this is the top of the chairlift that he picked us up.
Yeah.
This is the
my
warming hut
bad.
of the ski patrol.
Yep.
They're going to move it to the other side.
But with many a boot on a windy, cold day right here.
This area.
There's the ski patrol hut.
There's the map.
There's the sleds in case you break something.
Yep, just hook it up and go. Still got 2 ticks on battery.
Good. I have no idea how to read my battery, but it's red, so I think I know what it means.
Yeah, since your camera's a bit of a different one, it probably swallows battery faster.
Probably does. You see how people walked up there and then skied down there a little bit? So here are the names of all the...
Monte Cristo Peak 6 Pioneer Claim Jumper T-Bar.
Yeah. And the maps.
Guest service. Mountain information lost and found. There's your equipment.
It's hard to see off in the distance here, but you see the city down there?
Yeah, I can't see it out the window too well. How do you open these windows?
Should be a button. Try the back side of it. Is there a button for this window?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It could be
Oh, okay.
frozen too,
Yeah. Okay.
but there is a little button.
That little red one.
God, if you're all bundled up, it could be getting kind of warm.
Yeah.
See it on the...
This red?
Push in on it. Just push in on the top.
Push the top towards the window.
It could be frozen.
Yeah. Let me try this one.
No worries.
That one's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
They don't get open very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is lower forget-me-not. This is going to
okay.
take us down to the T-bar.
Yep.
The T-bar load, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, got that one.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to get a little bit of the audio of the roar of the engine into the vid. I want to get the full effect here.
Well, good for you. See how much wind load you have.
Wow, those tracks are really moving.
It's just the nature of the mountain.
And this is kind of cat track connecting the two, or is this actual run?
Oh, now I get it. You push it down.
See that?
When I am grooming by myself, I'll bring my lunch with me and I'll just park up here with the vista of the town.
It's fantastic.
And just enjoy a 30-minute break, have a sandwich.
That's perfect.
I wouldn't blame you for that.
Yeah, you don't get this view in Cleveland.
Hardly.
You hardly get this in Ohio.
I think the highest highest part of Ohio is 1,200 feet above sea level.
There's a snowmaker.
It's a long way from the lake.
Yes.
I'm probably guessing one of the grooming guys looked out looked in.
And I think up here we're about 10,000 feet right here.
Yeah.
Because the town is 9,600, so we're not even about 10,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty view, isn't it?
Wow.
Actually, over there, that's A Basin.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I mean, not A Basin. Keystone.
Oh, is it Keystone?
Yeah. Sometimes we can actually see their snowcats up there.
That's right. A Basin is up over the top.
You can actually see a little bit of A Basin, but it's hard to see. You gotta know where to look, and I'm not really sure where to look. But that over there, that light's on high.
Yeah, Dad, you might want to watch where you're aiming that.
Out back.
Oh, I don't have it on.
Oh, I saw the lights on.
Yeah, it's nice because you don't have all the beginner skiers.
Yeah. I like the big wide open doors.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I just realized when I stuck my camera out the window to film outside, I'm probably guessing one of the guys was like, "What the heck is that sticking out of the front snowcat's window?"
Could be.
Let's see, if you kill the lights, you really get a sense of what the town is.
How dark it is.
Wow, that's dark. So are these just your standard driving lights that you have on now?
I've got to keep one light on so I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then you got these
Otherwise,
beasts.
we got to call for help.
Yeah.
But you can see how some of these things get really steep on the side hill.
Oh yeah.
And more than likely, hopefully they won't, but they'll slide a little bit.
Yeah.
And they'll leave those grouser marks and zipper lines. And so I've got to go back and clean that up.
Why do you call them grouser marks?
Because those aluminum tracks are called grousers.
Okay.
That's actually what they're called.
Oh.
So when you see that little line that they make, that's a grouser. We don't like to leave those.
Somebody control. That cracks me up.
You see somebody up here in the hiker, you see somebody's already groomed hiker.
Oh, okay.
That's a hiker right there.
So they've gone through.
Yeah, see that they'll do that early on so that I drive through there. Sometimes they'll call me and say, "Can you clean up my turnaround?"
Yeah. Okay. Then you go cross it. Just have that little snow tornado that went by.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, your third buddy's way behind us now. I just turned around and looked.
He'll make it.
Yeah, he'll catch us.
They all do.
Yeah.
Eventually everybody ends up in the ball.
Right.
Boy, what a great view, Tim.
Isn't that fantastic? And I've been up in a snowcat up at the Imperial Unload, and I can only describe it as one thing: scary.
Yeah.
You're 13,000 feet in a snowcat.
Now they still do New Year's Eve fireworks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's gotta
New
be
Year's
fun
Eve,
here.
we actually park on the hill and watch it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
You know, if you're gonna be the one driving the cat, you might as well take advantage of that.
And we have one of our groomers who's very knowledgeable about space stuff. He'll call out when there's a satellite or the space station going by.
We
so
saw that.
See it go across the horizon.
Every once in a while, I log on to the space station has a website. And tell you when it's going over.
Okay.
You tell them where you live, and they tell you.
They'll tell you what direction and what time.
Yeah.
We saw that one day on our nightly walk back in Castle Pines.
Yeah. We get
That's
out
kinda
just
cool.
about every night. Yeah.
6:43.
Yeah. That's really kind of cool stuff. That you can do that.
Yeah, I don't really
I
care.
took some astronomy classes in college.
Whoa.
It's pretty spectacular.
Wow, you can't see a thing.
You can see everything.
Well, you can't see a thing with the lights on.
As we're going to see the line of white headlights,
Yep.
that line will be solid.
Ah, it's sad.
Friday nights for
everybody's
2
coming
hours
down
at
to work.
least.
This is just a lot of fun.
It is.
We've been out here for about an hour and how long?
A little over an hour.
Hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Well, a little
It's a
less.
treat.
Yeah, a little less than an hour because he picked us up around. Yeah, it's perfect.
You know, and it's we offer rides to people and say, "Oh yeah, we'd love to do it," but you gotta make the arrangements. You know, just say, "I'll be there," because you can also come to where we have our lunchroom and just hop in the cats there. But it's surprising how few people actually come up and enjoy riding in a snowmobile. That's something you get to do.
You guys are just a lot. You guys are a lot nicer than our sheet out buddies. They say, "Oh, you need to sign this paperwork before we let you ride in the truck."
There's a lot of paperwork before they let you ride in the orange truck.
Look at that little snow marble.
Yeah, I know.
Way to
I
go.
worked down in Colorado Springs when it dropped for the snow the other morning. I followed a truck all the way to Monument.
Yeah.
Then I just opened on the other side of Monument.
Oops, we're going to turn here. That's really a tight turn for my
Cambodia
rookies.
down.
You ready here?
I'm
You
not
ready
sure
for
why
the
they put
taster?
that rope out there, but they are.
Thanks for letting us know.
The bulldozer turn.
Look what's up in the bank.
That's really, that's some sharp
Holy
rocks.
crap! It just blocks everything behind you. Put her down. I can see you got the rubber guards,
Have a good evening.
so you don't rip, so you don't have, so you're protected. So it's protection. There's the other.
You can see his tiller going.
Well, you can't even see it because there's all the snow being kicked up by it. Well,
Harley's really creeping along there. He's coming.
yeah, give it time.
No driver's license required.
Well, I mean, you couldn't run anybody over.
I mean, I got the CDL.
That's getting
just
hot.
like this year. The resort
The camera's getting warm, but it hasn't shut itself down yet.
Huh.
And so I got the CDL.
Yeah.
Because I never needed a CDL for my own business. And, but then they had an opportunity to work for Mountain Services with the little skid steers.
Yep.
And I said, I'd prefer to do that.
I've always wanted to drive one of the little skid steers. I've never driven one in real life, but in my farm sim game, I drive them.
Well, you drove that front loader that Bob has. John Deere front loader.
Oh my gosh, that thing was so much fun. But it wasn't a skid steer, but it was good.
I've had a passion for driving equipment since I was a kid.
It is.
I'm the same.
Proud of it.
I worked at a summer camp that had all its own stuff. I got to drive a road grader and one of those.
Yeah, I'm the same with you on loving big equipment. I'm the same with you. If it's big and it's loud and it's got wheels, I'm in.
Yeah. That's how we got here.
We just love the big stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to see the groomers going down the mountain, but it's another to be riding in one.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, my camera's getting a little bit hot, or a little warm, but hasn't shut itself down yet.
Yeah, that's because you're using up battery.
Well, yeah.
That's a good sign that means you're having fun.
Yeah.
How many minutes you got on that clip?
1 minute 34 seconds.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on the last tick of battery. Once it starts beeping,
It's all good.
once this thing starts beeping at me,
You know what? You're enjoying the ride. That's all that matters.
yeah, I'm just gonna let this run until the camera dies.
Okay. It's good stuff.
This is fun.
I love this. I can see why you've done this for 8 years.
I mean, even though you see the same thing pretty much every day, it never gets old riding in the snow
There
camper.
are certain
Whoa.
things.
I can see you put the defroster on because the window's warm.
No, I just slide that window open just a touch here.
I can remember how. Dad, look. Dad, look. I'm filming out the window.
Yeah.
This is where the very top of
This is awesome.
trees.
It's just a whole different perspective having seen all this stuff.
Hey Brian, the reason that we're not double passing down here by the bottom of the Falcon is because when Gravy Train does Crystal, they're going to be rolling through the same section over and over and over again.
Smell of diesel fuel. Cold air and diesel. That's the smell of hard work. Well, my camera hasn't beeped at me yet. I'm on the last tick of battery though, so look.
It'll beep at the end. Yes, you.
I'm just gonna let it run. I don't care how long it's gonna take to kill.
Aaron, you see all the finesse on that blade? How it's just keeps it up and down, and the wind is coming in, and it's just the right place.
Takes a lot of practice.
smashed it down.
But you didn't look in your rearview mirror to see what your tiller was doing, dude.
I could see that.
Well, that's part of what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what I can just imagine someone roaring up the hill, AC/DC blaring in the radio, just jamming out in the Snowcat, and doesn't give a crap about what the tiller's doing.
It happens more than we like. So they usually don't last.
Well,
they last maybe half a season until somebody redirects them to. Maybe they should wait some time.
Yeah, they don't use this anymore, but that used to be where they fired off the air cannon to do the avalanche control.
Yeah.
See
that white box?
Yep.
That's got the shells in it, the explosives.
Yeah.
And so ski patrol comes up. There's actually a separate group of patrollers that do avalanche mitigation.
And they're the ones who they don't fire in there anymore.
Yeah, you'll hear that howitzer go off. Well, that's them.
Love it.
That's where it is right there. That's one of them. There's several around the mountain, but that's one of them right there.
And they shoot up.
Yeah, they'll actually hit the cornices, break the snow lifts.
our DOT buddies are using new
I'm sure.
It's a big gun. Can I drive the Snowcat up to the big gun?
And it
Can I drive?
the whole city. I mean, you can feel it down where I live on Airport Road.
Can I drive the Snowcat up to the gun and shoot it?
Yeah, that's a good day.
It's just a big recoilless cannon.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Recoilless rifle?
And all those cylinders there are the propellant for it.
Yeah.
But there is an actual charge that they send up there. And the technology has changed a little bit. They're using less and less of the shells. They have some other kind of percussion device now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the details of it, but I know that it's newer technology.
Yeah, because
But it still makes a big boom.
I spent years skiing at Winter Park and going over Berthoud Pass. The number of times that was closed for avalanche control. I once had them close it behind me and closed for 2 days. It was perfect. I didn't have to.
Man, that defroster's getting nice and warm. Just keeping my hand. Yeah, it's right here in the middle. Just putting my hands on there. I'm just.
This is the top of Pioneer right here.
Just putting my hand on there to keep.
Look at that.
And the
Pioneer
goes all the way down to the base as well.
Yeah.
That's the grave shift room sack.
That's Keystone Grooming across the valley.
So we're going to go down here. This is going to be a little bony here, but we're just trying to get it in shape.
Yeah.
We'll get back on Angel's Rest.
I don't care how long we're out here till. This is fun.
You'll sleep in here.
I would sleep in the cab of this thing.
Take some of this snow from down here.
This is just.
Yeah.
This is a.
I get it.
Such a
to do
idea.
this because it takes
It's a
a little
thick
bit of
sheet
time
of
to
glass.
get the knack of how to take just enough.
Just enough to move it around without taking too much away.
Camera's still not beeping at me yet.
Good.
I'm surprised.
That disappointment.
It's very soft. Very, very soft.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Look behind us.
Oh yeah.
It's about 3 feet deep of snow.
Because I could feel it sliding.
Dad, move your
So,
arms.
you have snow in some places and then dirt in others.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's why I don't have the rookies try to do that.
Yeah. And they know not to follow you over the hole.
Yeah, they'll just, once I go through it, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
You just don't want to get sucked on it. And I know there's no place to get sucked into there, so that's why I did that.
Eventually you hit bottom.
Yes, you do.
I can probably tell the hydraulics on these things get quite a workout in this, doing this every day.
You probably feel it when your blade goes in. You can feel it cutting after doing it this way.
Oh yeah. You get a bit of finesse
I'm not going to go through there because that's very, there's rocks right there.
Yes.
If you do it after a fresh snow, it's one thing, but to do it night after night actually does more harm.
You just show the rocks.
Yeah.
And the same with side hills. That's a side hill right there.
Yep.
We don't go up there. The skiers ski the snow off of that so fast. We cannot go up there with the snow cat. We could physically, but we don't want to.
Not unless you're pushing. Not unless there's a big fresh snow you push it up there.
It just doesn't come out pretty.
What are those lights at the top of the hill over there?
That's Keystone.
Wow.
That's Keystone Ski Resort.
There's Snowcats running.
Oh yeah.
Look at that here, over the top.
Going down. That horsepower, man. Well, I'm not seeing the flashing red light on top of my camera yet.
You're good here.
because it's a solid red right now, but it'll start blinking once it gets low.
We have just the right amount of battery.
I think we'll just have a little less than we're hoping, but we'll at least have a good amount of footage for YouTube.
Well, I guarantee you, watching it on your camera is not going to be the same as actually being in this cab doing it.
That's for sure.
But it's a close second.
Yeah.
It'll trigger the memory, that's
I'm sure it will.
It will trigger the memory. This is going to be something I'm definitely going to tell my grandkids. Well, yeah, I'm going to tell my kids and my grandkids. And
you know, because I have grandkids in Ohio, my youngest grandson is
there goes another,
5.
There goes some snow marbles.
And I always send him a toy, you know, along with money. My granddaughters are older; they're in their teens. Believe it or not, I shop mostly through catalogs.
Yeah.
Because all we have up here is Target and Walmart.
Yeah.
And so I started shopping these catalogs. And once you start shopping catalogs, you get inundated with catalogs.
Yes, you do.
I found in this one catalog that I've never used before a remote control Piston Bully 600 radio controlled snowcat.
That's excellent.
That made your kids happy.
Here's what Grandpa's doing.
I couldn't resist buying that.
Oh, this is what you need to do. You need to go on to diecastmodels.co. You can buy a 150 scale, perfectly detailed, like to every last detail snowcat replica.
Like he was talking about an RC.
I know, remote control. And if you've heard of the YouTube channel RC Spark Studio,
I'm not into much electronics.
This guy builds, he has snowcat models where he builds like snow blowers
Yeah.
Wow.
and clears his driveway.
I love that.
It's pretty neat.
But that was one of those things. It was $150 or something like that. And that was, you know, I don't consider that exorbitant. For my teenage granddaughters,
Exactly.
I don't know what to buy them. Last year I bought them real small umbrellas,
Yeah.
you know, through a catalog. They were $34.95.
The little drink umbrellas.
And, you know, they carried their book bag to school.
Yeah.
Well, this year I came across the catalog and it had hairbrushes. This hairbrush company in England
Yeah.
made hairbrushes, and it was the favorite brush of Princess Diana.
Well, there you go.
And I said, I gotta,
That's what those
I
girls
gotta buy
need.
2 of those.
Yeah.
Here's what,
You're
no,
right. What do you buy a teenage girl?
no, this is what you,
$60 each.
this is what you do.
Come with the horse. They gave the horse hair.
This is what this is what you need to buy them.
That's out of control.
Just buy them like $400 worth of
I'm a
perfume.
grandfather. I'm allowed to do stuff like
Well,
that.
that's exactly. So their grandparents fly in on
So
Christmas Day.
I wrote a letter to my oldest daughter, and I said,
Oh, big
just tell the
hill.
girls that their gift was very expensive, that I hope they keep it at home for safekeeping. You know, instead of throwing it in their book bag.
Yeah,
and
don't
taking
take it to
school.
the gym.
It's kind of the same rule my dad put with my camera, where you're not taking your action cam to school
right.
until we put identifying marks on it. Because I've got some people that I know would want this thing.
Yeah.
And this is
Can
the.
you imagine getting a $150 hairbrush?
Yeah, I'm just hoping this camera shuts down
I
soon.
can't because I got no hair, but you know.
Well, it's warm. Yeah, the red light on the.
I only get to see them about every
is the
other
red
year.
light still
They're not
on?
into winter sports at all.
Got it.
Their grandparents left them, actually left my 2 granddaughters a home in Cape Coral, Florida. And once, you know, they just kind of skipped a generation, went right to the granddaughters.
Yeah.
That house is available to anybody in that part of the family
Yep.
to go down and use it. So of course they go down there. You know, they're young enough to go to Disney World and stuff like that. So snow sports out here is not on their agenda.
This feels so.
So I go back about every other year. Visit with them.
We've been out for almost 2 hours.
That's
Yeah,
great.
well, I'll get you back there when I go for my break.
It's fine. I'm just saying we've been out for a while.
Yeah, no, we're enjoying
But I mean, I'm enjoying this no matter how long we're out for. I don't care how long we're out till.
it. This is a gift.
I don't care how long we're out. I don't care if we're out till 3 a.m.
Well, I'm not out that late. If somebody else drives, I have to be back and get fuel in here by midnight. So,
Yeah.
and then I clock out and go home at 12:30.
Yeah.
Then somebody else gets in this cat and drives it for another 8 hours.
That's a lot of cats.
So these get used quite a bit, especially the newer ones. This is about maybe a 3-year-old machine right now. This one here.
I know 012.
Pardon me?
That's 12 and 2012.
2012. Yeah, 3 years old. So, how long do they last? You said about 6 years, 5 years?
Yeah, well, some of them are a little older. It depends, because sometimes they'll take the tillers off and then they'll turn it into like the restaurant cat.
Oh yeah.
Then they'll use another one for like forklifts.
Yep.
But as they get to be problematic, they just trade them in. Or,
Yeah.
I I don't know how to do it. They don't just privy to that. But we try to get about 3 or 4 new cats every season.
Yeah.
And so with a fleet of about 33 or something like that, it takes a while to cycle through.
Yeah, you're rotating 10% of them.
Yeah.
They probably go out and get rebuilt.
Again, I don't know that, but it's up to whatever they want to do.
So when do you know it's time to trade it? When
Well,
do you
usually
know?
if the maintenance becomes more and more expensive,
Right, like
more
say,
and more things go wrong,
yeah, like
they
I'm
decide
probably,
it's time to trade it.
I'm probably,
This cat, well, this one had the whole guts changed, so it only says 700 hours. But
Yeah.
usually around 10,000 hours, which is 5 seasons,
Yeah.
that's about
That-
when they decide to either do something else with them or get rid of them.
This is
So-
not easy work.
so it's 2,000 hours, every 2,000 hours is, so,
That's a season.
is a season.
Yeah, that's about half a year. Our season is over 5
You're
months long.
almost done here, Brent.
We start in the middle of October and move until almost the third week of April.
Yeah.
Lock that at there.
It feels good.
Yeah, it feels nice.
And then it starts shutting down in April.
Yeah, the third week, usually about the third week, the 21st, something like that is the last Sunday.
This battery's nuts.
Once or
This is
twice they've
holding.
had really, really good late season snow. They stayed open like on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 2 more weekends. But you know, people down the Front Range are playing baseball,
Yeah.
golfing.
Yeah, they're done.
yeah, winter's over already down there in the Front
Let's
Range.
show ourselves some space.
But last year we got 44 inches of snow in May.
What a beautiful
I
thing.
didn't think it would ever stop snowing. I took my vacation, came back, getting ready to start doing dirt work.
Yeah.
Day after day of
Just kept
snow,
coming.
sitting in my apartment.
You got the dozer out just moving snow so you can see dirt. There are years where they close A Basin just for maintenance. They leave it open.
They stay open 4th of July quite frequently.
Yeah. I've never gone for the
Still
4th of
recording.
July
I
ski.
can't believe this thing
It's
hasn't
not-
died
It's
yet.
pretty heavy consistency
Yes.
of snow.
Yeah.
We refer to it as mashed potatoes.
Yes.
I wouldn't blame you for calling it mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's hard to move your skis through, Harry.
Must be. I am loving this too much.
This is fantastic.
I can't believe my battery's not dead yet.
That's great.
Good God.
It's got a good battery.
It's my
It's a
phone's-
new battery.
Oh, my phone's sitting at 38%.
It's okay.
Well, once my phone dies, then I know I'm in trouble.
It's all good, bud.
Yeah, I think the camera's gonna die before the phone, though.
Here you see how the trails are coming together over here.
Uh-huh.
There's that big lift again.
That's
Yeah.
right back down here.
We're coming down
I'm gonna
the other side.
close that because there's snow getting in the cab.
Keep
I
snow on
I
you.
could feel some snow hitting my hand.
That one too, Adam.
Look at that, Harry. Checking out that hump, making sure there's no rock.
Yeah. This thing is just like a giant. This thing's like a giant shaver.
It is. We're a big convoy. Big snow convoy.
Oh my gosh. You know what I just thought of you guys doing when you're running these convoys of cats? I can imagine one of you guys having the song Convoy by C.W. McCall on your phone, plugging it into the radio, and playing it over the CB.
Well, we really don't call them convoys. We call them packs.
The packs.
It's a pack of cats.
I think you have to have wheels to be on the highway to be a convoy.
Good point. Oh, where are we now?
This is the Zendo load
Uh-huh.
that takes you over to Peak 6.
Oh,
Okay.
battery.
You turn over here